So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, now there's a lot of things to talk about, the Gauntlet match, Liv Morgan and all that, so yeah. Let me get to the first thing first. So backstage, we see Sami Zayn walking back up to the locker room, knocking on the door and all that, waiting for Roman, but then the Usos come back out again, and Sami was like, I thought you was going to shoot me a text or whatever, and then Jimmy was like, oh yeah, I was about to, but we got plans. Can you go to the production truck and make sure that Roman Reigns' theme song and pyro and all that is all good? And then Sammy didn't want to do it at first, and then he was like, but we'll greatly appreciate it. And then he walks away to go do that. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then we see Kayla Braxton in the ring, and she will be interviewing the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes out wearing a brace for the arm and stuff, and while she was talking, the fans was chanting, "You tapped out" and all that, and yeah, Liv Morgan kind of popped off with a little attitude to him. So yeah, uh, I understand you giving me a lot of shit and all that, but I'm trying and all that stuff. So yeah, it was crazy. Like the fans was turning on Liv Morgan. It was pretty bad. But yeah, she was talking about how she'll give Ronda Rousey a title shot and all that, but she'll be a good champion and all that stuff. Talking about, yeah, she did tapped out, but she was fighting out that armbar like about 3 times or whatever. So yeah, that's what she said. But she said whoever wins the Gauntlet match, she'll beat them at Clash of the Castle. And then Sonya Deville comes out, interrupting her, and then says that she'll win the Gauntlet match and then go on to Clash of the Castle to beat Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So yeah, that's what Sonya Deville said. And then we get Aaliyah to come out to the ring, and then we get the Gauntlet match on the way. It was Sonya Deville versus Aaliyah in the first match, and it was a pretty good match. At one point, we see Aaliyah hitting a crossbody off the second rope onto Sonya Deville, almost having her for the 3 count, but Sonya kicked out. And then she hits her new finisher, which she calls it, I think they said it was called Deville's Advocate, or something like that. So yeah, it was like the inverted DDT, that backwards DDT kind of, but with the elbow drop at the same time. She hit it on Aaliyah and got the 3 count on her, eliminating her. And then Raquel Rodriguez come out, and then we get Raquel Rodriguez versus Sonya Deville one-on-one. And it was pretty good and all that, but then Raquel hits that elbow drop off the second turnbuckle onto Sonya, and then lifts her up for the one-handed power bomb onto Sonya. I keep on forgetting when they call that move all the time, but yeah, that's what she hit on her and got the 3 count. So yeah, Raquel eliminated Sonya, but then after that we see Shotzi comes out then, and then they have their match, and Raquel hits the elbow drop onto her off the second turnbuckle, and it hits that one-handed power bomb on the Shotzi, get the 3 count there, eliminating her. And then we see Xia Li come out. Xia Li's doing pretty good against Raquel, but Raquel does the same thing to her, hitting the one-handed powerbomb onto Xia Li and got the 3 count on her, eliminating her. And then we get Natalya coming out. Natalya was doing pretty good. She probably did the best out of everybody else against Raquel. She locked on the sharpshooter at one point, but Raquel fought out of it by grabbing the ropes and all that stuff. And then Natalya goes over and gets on the second turnbuckle, punching Raquel upside the head multiple times. But then Raquel, since Natalya was pretty much above Raquel easily grabbed her. And then hits that one-handed powerbomb onto Natalya and got the 3 count on her. So yeah, she eliminated Natalya. And then Shayna Baszler was the last person to come out. And then it was Shayna Baszler versus Raquel Rodriguez. This was the final gauntlet, pretty much. And it was pretty good. Raquel was trying to do everything to pick up the win against Shayna, but Shayna locked on the Kitafuda clutch onto Raquel, pretty much making her pass out and stuff, but Raquel kept on fighting through, grabbed the ropes and stuff, and then she pretty much slung herself back, trying to get the pin pretty much onto Shayna, but Shayna kicked out too, and then instead Shayna rolls her over for like a pin, pretty much a pin into a bridge and stuff, and got the 3 count on Raquel. So yeah, Shayna Baszler defeated Raquel Rodriguez and won the Gauntlet match. So yeah, she was the winner, and she'll be taking on Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's what's going to be happening. So yeah, pretty good match though. Liv Morgan was watching this match from ringside. That's what happened there. But yeah, pretty good match, and it was pretty good to see Shayna Baszler actually getting a push on the main roster. It's been forever. It's literally been forever. But yeah. They'll be going against each other at Clash of the Castle for the SmackDown Women's Championship. For that match, for the whole Gauntlet match itself, I'll give it 3.5 stars. It was a pretty good Gauntlet match, but I'm really glad that Shayna Baszler's finally getting the push that she deserves. So yeah, pretty great stuff. But then after that, we see Sami Zayn going backstage, knocking on Roman Reigns' locker room door, and then the Usos come back out. And then Sami was like, "I want to talk to Roman," and the Usos was like, "No, you can't talk to Roman right now." And then Sami was like, "Am I a honorary Us? Or am I a part of the bloodline or what?" And then Jey Uso popped off with attitude, talking about, "You know what? We've been carrying our weight. Roman got 2 titles, we got 4 titles, and you don't got none. You need to go ahead and start winning something, or you're going to not be a part of the bloodline. You're going to have to take that t-shirt off." So yeah, that's what Jey Uso said to Sami Zayn. But yeah, pretty crazy right there. But yep, later on tonight we'll see Roman Reigns going face to face with Drew McIntyre later on tonight on SmackDown. And yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then.